Senior spring. It's an exciting time for most students, but it can also be stressful. The pressure to get a job before graduation can be incredible. But fear not, Marietta College students. There are lots of resources available to help you, both online and right on campus in the Marietta College Career Center.
Hello, I'm Phyllis Hughes, and I'm the director of the Career Center here at Marietta College. I think it's important, especially if you're a senior, to have an understanding of the world of work, to have an understanding of who you are, your skills, your interests, your values, your personality, your lifestyle desires, and to have the ability to kind of connect the two. So understanding how your skills relate to certain industries, how your interests and passion relate to certain roles that you may play, all of that is really important, or else it's like you're looking for a needle in a haystack because you don't really know what you're looking for. I believe in a multivariate job search approach, which means you shouldn't rely on just one research tool. So job boards are useful, but make sure that in addition to job boards, you're doing professional association networking, you're going to career fairs. In other words, don't rely just on job boards. In terms of the job boards that I think are more useful for recent college grads and current seniors, a lot of those are on the Marietta College Career Center website. We try to make it easy for you to identify those. So for example, College Central always focuses on recent college grads, so you're not going to see any jobs out there that require more than 5 years of experience. Career Shift is another resource that's out on our website. The alumni office also promotes that. It's a little bit more mid-level in terms of the opportunities, but it's a great research tool because you can identify who works at what companies and actually get their contact information. So I think Career Shift and College Central are very useful. Then in terms of public domain resources, I think LinkedIn certainly has a job board. I think that's very important to use. I also think search engines like Indeed.com and Simply Hired can be useful and beneficial. As is always the case though, if you have bad data in terms of your search criteria, you're going to have bad data that comes out in the results. So understanding what you're looking for, the keywords, the vocabulary, that becomes really important. So I think it's important that your resume and cover letter go together. So use the same format for both. Make sure that they look like kind of like your marketing package. And think about, again, who's your audience? What are you trying to do? Really brand yourself. So that may mean that each resume and cover letter for each position that you apply is slightly different, because you're going to want to talk about how your passions align to that particular role in that particular industry. Because a lot of people will pay attention to the names of the person who referred you, especially if they don't know who you are. Certainly you're going to want to avoid any kind of punctuation errors or misspellings. But read your cover letter out loud, make sure it flows, make sure the transitions make sense. And again, make sure that it's like you would say if you were talking, so that it's not business language that's complicated and verbose. So doing a mock interview can be really helpful. So whether it's a phone interview or a Skype or a group scenario, face-to-face, more traditional. Again, the Career Center can help you get ready by actually doing a practice situation. We're also happy to hook you up with someone who's in your profession so that you can understand what that particular industry and that particular role really might be in need of, because the Career Center is generic experts. We can't be experts on every single career field. Without stories and without examples, your interview will be generic. It will be vague, and it won't stand out. So your stories make you unique. So make sure you sell your stories. It's important to know that most companies shouldn't ask you to make a decision on the spot. In fact, if they do, that's probably not a good recommendation for that particular company. So you want to find out what the timeline is, and buy time, because time is on your side. Then I would suggest that you surround yourself in that amount of time with your friends, people you trust, maybe your past internship supervisor, a faculty member, someone in the Career Center. And I believe in making a pros and cons list. So all of the pros of taking that position and what would be involved, and all of the negative aspects, and really weighing those things out carefully. Make sure that you have complete information on the job offer. The job offer is not just the title, the job description, and the salary. There's a lot of other detail that you want to make sure you have. What's the benefits package? What does the vacation look like? What are training and professional development opportunities going to look like? What is the future growth potential from that position? Because you want to make sure that you're setting yourself up so that you'll be learning and growing and benefiting from that position. So I think persistence pays off. I think students are often concerned that the ball is in the employer's court. You know, I applied for the position, I haven't heard anything, I'm waiting to hear. That's a really passive approach to job searching. So make sure that you are following up. Make sure you're using LinkedIn. Make sure you're talking to other people in your network who may know someone at that company where you've applied. So you really want to look at that 360-degree perspective on following up. Vary the method of following up. Maybe one time you email, maybe one time you call, maybe one time you mail something. But until you hear no, all you have is no information. And no information means nothing.
Marietta College seniors have been hard at work applying, interviewing, and for a lucky few, accepting job offers. Here are their stories.
I was lucky enough to get a couple interviews on campus through the Marietta Career Center, and from that I had a second interview with Consol Energy, and I'll be starting work with them on June 5th.
So the job search has been going really well, and one thing that I've noticed is looking at all of the job descriptions, I'm really thankful to have had a liberal arts educational experience, because I think that through that I'm able to fill the different skills and qualities that employers are looking for.
So I do a lot of online applications, applying for jobs in the education field. So everything's online. We do some mock interviews. I've been doing some with the Career Center to try and prepare. And then I had one interview with Columbus Schools, and that was terrifying but good at the same time. So just getting the experience and stuff.
So my advice overall is to make this as fun as possible. You'll be doing it for a lifetime. It does take a lot of energy. Take care of yourself. Support each other. Seniors at Marietta that are out there, support each other. You're all in this together. But remember, the Career Center is always here for you. Lifetime service.
Stick-to-itiveness is key. Visit job boards regularly, follow up relentlessly, and remember that the Career Center is there for you. This has been a WCMO TV special report. I'm Lucy Wells.